we actually are connected because we have a common history with Canadian Idol. Now, a lot of people are, they don't like to talk about it. They're on a reality TV show. Maybe they're ashamed. This is how I look at it. I never thought I would ever do something like Canadian Idol until the year I did it is the first time that they allowed you to have an instrument. So I could go on as a singer-songwriter, and I actually played my own song. And the way I looked at it was, look, I have a new album that's coming out. There's 2 million people that watch every episode of Canadian Idol. Yeah. I can't pay for that kind of free promotion. So right. I went, it was awesome. I was on some episodes, sold a lot of albums after when I released it. So I have Carly Rae Jepsen was a finalist the year I was on. Brian Mello was the winner. He's a friend of mine. So a lot of good came from it. What was your experience like with Canadian Idol? And so I remember the exact moment. So a few years ago, I was at Metalworks, #1 recording studio in Canada. I was walking through the kitchen. I remember the exact moment. I was walking through the kitchen. My phone rings. I answer. And some dude says, "Hey, this is David Boyd James. I was also on Canadian Idol. We don't know each other, but we should go on tour together. Or we should do something." And we never ended up going on tour, but that was the start of us connecting and doing shows and events and becoming friends and leading us to today. So what's your Canadian Idol experience? What's that like?
See, this is where I get in trouble because I speak the truth. Well, I'll never forget sitting in the top 100 in that auditorium, and Ben Mulroney walks out, and he said, "Hey everyone, and welcome to the top 100, and you're all talented and all this, blah blah blah." He said, "The one thing I want to say is that remember, this is a TV show. This isn't just a singing competition." And this woman got up and just smashed it vocally, but she wasn't the vision of what they were looking for. And the whole room went silent when they said no to her. And I think that was the first reality check for me that this business is not just about music, and it was very sad. It was very disheartening. I remember when I got cut from the show, there was a camera right in my face, and they were like, "How do you feel? How do you feel?" And it's like, well, how do you think I feel? Like, they're like looking for a reaction, and so I think, I think I hold the record in Ontario for most second, third, fourth, and fifth places in singing competitions. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, and it's just the way it's been. So I think those shows are great to introduce artists, to high pressure situations, and to, working well with others. And I mean, this is what I say. If Canadian Idol came back and someone asked me, what is my opinion on doing Canadian Idol, I would say do it for the networking opportunities. Don't do it to win Canadian Idol. Don't do it to make, the top 100 or the top 10 or the top whatever. Do it for networking opportunities. And I have that opinion about all competitions. I won 3 of the biggest emerging artist competitions last year, and I won them all with the frame of mind of let's just do a show, as opposed to let's win. And I have so much experience with losing that, you get to a point where it's not about winning anymore. It's just about showing up and networking and learning from, Conor McGregor is someone who, I adore. I adore his work ethic. He's not talented. He's obsessed, right? He's not gifted. He's obsessed. And I love the way that he thinks. I think, Nate Diaz always said, he's selling wolf tickets, man. You guys are buying wolf tickets. It's like, they got to sell the show, right? And he was super cocky and confident, and it sold tickets. People loved it. But at the end of the day, when he stepped in the ring, he turned all of that nonsense off, and he became a professional fighter, and he picked people apart. So, it's different when you're inside the industry and you're on the other side of the fence. You see a different side of the business, and I think, going back to your question, that's what I learned with Canadian Idol, is that there's the front side, the Walt Disney side, right? The glitz and the glam, and then there's the people behind the curtain that are the real heroes, pulling the show off. So
I think all those second, third place finishes, that was you, kind of losing the battles, but learning along the way. And now it looks like you're winning the war at the end of it, which is awesome. So
100%.